Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. Today I am so excited. We are going to talk about one of my favorite topics. We will be talking about food, eating. Eating is such a necessary element of life. It fuels our body. It is necessary for us to eat, to live. But many of us have very distorted relationships with food. It can be guilt and shame and displeasure and control, and eating from lack of desire. So today we are going to get to the root cause, the lowest common denominator of the relationship with food, and discover why it's distorted and revert back to a relationship of love and appreciation and enjoyment and pleasure, because that's what food is meant to be on this human journey. Let's go. Fantastic. Before we get started, one of the things that many people experience while eating is anxiety. So I want to invite you to go to my website, www.Mattain.me. If you are anxious about anything in life, including food, download my mini course, www.Mattain.me/anxiety, and download my 10 steps to letting go of anxiety. Very simple steps to empower you and enable you to let go of anxiety. So let's start. We are in the month of May, and we're continuing this amazing journey of understanding the body. We started off looking at self-image and body image, and now we are looking at food. Food is amazing, and many people have really difficult, distorted relationships with food. And the question is, why? What is it? There's so many messages from society about food, and we want to control how we eat because we have a distorted perception of our body image. So we talked about body image. So food is directly correlated to our body, And whatever we eat then impacts the way that we judge, the way that we feel, the way that we think about our body. So many people have distorted relationships with food, but don't recognize that that distorted relationship is not about food. It's about repressed, or maybe not repressed. Maybe it's aware. You're aware, but when you're aware, you can start to shift. But repressed beliefs about your body. So to get down to really understanding your relationship with food is to be willing to open up the lens and look at your relationship with your body. That's what we talked about last week, is your body image. Because if you're confident with your body, and you're confident with your being, and your strength and your health, then your relationship with food is likely confident. But if you don't trust your body, and you feel a lack of confidence with your body, and you're not happy with your body, and you have judgment on your body, likely the relationship you have with food is similar. So what I want for you to do and challenge you to do is to observe what your relationship is with your body. Observe what your relationship is with food. So I'm aware that some people are trying to control what they eat. And that's a lack of trust in themselves and their body. Some people don't find pleasure in food, and they might also not find pleasure in their body. And then I want to stretch and say that your relationship with your food is a proxy for your relationship with your body, and it's also a proxy for your relationship with life. So if you can start to observe how you feel about food and start to recognize, oh, this relationship with food is actually a proxy for my relationship with my body and my relationship with life, the journey to improving your relationship with food becomes so much more empowering because you recognize that when you can shift the perception towards food and your body, you shift your perception towards life. And you can change your lens between food, body, and life as it's easiest for you. If it's easiest to look at the lens from food, boom, let's do it from food. If it's easier from body, boom, go to body. If it's easier from life, boom, go to life. And jump between the different perceptions whenever it's more enabling to you. Another aspect that I wanted to talk about food is people are aware that you have to eat to live. You have to eat to live. It's the fuel. Without food, we can't move, we can't survive, we can't perform, we can't do anything. However, what I want to offer is rather than a relationship with eating to live, I want to encourage a relationship for eating to love. Eat to love. We are here on this human journey, and some schools of thought are we are spiritual beings in this physical being. So why are we here on this physical journey? We are here for pleasure, to enjoy life, to enjoy the pleasures of life. And these pleasures of life come in many different forms. And food is meant to be one of those pleasures. However, we have adopted as individuals, as a society, as a community, some of these relationships that are distorted, maybe one of guilt, shame, judgment, fear, control. So the relationship with food, although it's meant to be to live and for pleasure, there's a lot of distortions in that. So how can we revert back to a relationship for food being of pleasure, for food to be something of enjoyment? And that's through awareness. And together, that's what we do in Mattain, is become aware of the distortions in our perceptions and reality and recalibrating them back to truth. So food, if we can do the premise, is that food becomes a proxy to our bodies and to life, and that food is meant to be enjoyed as our bodies are meant to be strong and healthy and a tool towards pleasures in this physical journey, and life can and is meant to be, I feel it's meant to be enjoyed and pleasure. So how do we start to do this? The interesting thing about food is that there's a before I eat, a while I'm eating, and after I'm eating. So although most of my teachings say, hey, let go of the concept of time and trust that time will unfold at a time that's best for your highest good, with food, we really actually need to be very aware of time and our relationship with food before we eat, while we're eating, and after eating. So let's say that the premise is we're going to eat to live and eat to love. Let's explore and become aware of the before we eat. So the before we eat, let's become connected with our body. How does your body feel? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Or are you thinking about food as a coping mechanism? Are you sad, bored, angry, and reaching to food or drink, be food or drink, as a way to cope and to hide that particular emotion? I know that at times that I am aware that I feel sad and I'm picking out and going into the pantry and I'm aware there's a sadness, and sometimes I'll say, oh, Manal, this is because you're trying to cope with an overwhelming feeling. And sometimes I'll honor it and say, you know what? I'll honor it and just take a few and it just sort of fills a void. But more and more I have not needed to feel that void. But the step one is awareness of before. Why are you eating? And if you can start to become aware of your body and feel your body and start to eat when you feel hungry or when you are ready and the intention and the purpose is truly to eat for fuel, for pleasure, for hydration, because this is a regimen, I don't know if I even like that concept, but this is part of, I eat every 3 hours to maintain my blood level sugar, and this is how I maintain a healthy body. So there can be a purposeful intention towards the eating, but the eating is the intent. There is no coping mechanism. It is not hiding an emotion or another pain that you're keeping from. So before, what is your intention? And what we want to continue calibrate to is making the choice to eat for the purpose of eating. Eating to live and eating to love. So if there's guilt, there's shame, there's control, there's resentment, step back, use your lens of awareness and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? And see whether you can calibrate. And again, shift your lens to recognizing, is this about my body and judgment towards my body? Or is this about my judgment towards life? And use the different lenses to sort of become aware of this relationship with food, body, and life. During, so while you're eating. So before you're eating, is the intention to eat, or is it a coping mechanism? If it's a coping mechanism, that awareness, and then shift your activity. If it's meant to eat, fantastic. Go on to eating. Eating is such a pleasure. And when you awaken your 5 senses and you're present, so again, I talked about being present before you eat, present with your body, present with your mind, your intentions, present with your beliefs about food, present with your physical body. So now with your emotions, I already said body, with your emotions. So now during your eating, let's be present. I'm going to go back to before. Are you present while cooking? Is the food made with love? If you're going out, are you really being present wherever you are and with the people you are and enjoying the engagement? Being present with the activity. So during is another amazing. We've got our 5 senses. And being present with the food. Truly enjoying the smells. The smells. Seeing the beauty of how the food is displayed in the colors, the textures. Maybe you're eating with your hands, maybe you're not. Maybe it's your fork, chopsticks. I don't know what kind of sounds, but being present with where you are, the external noises. And then taste, enjoying the pleasure of the taste of the food. Being present while eating your meal. Call this intuitive eating. Just enjoying the pleasures with all of your intuition, all of your senses, enjoying. And if you're not enjoying something, then this is an awareness. Why am I not enjoying it? Do I not enjoy the flavors? Is there something spoiled? Is this a food that I don't enjoy? Do I feel shame while eating? And these are the awarenesses again that, if I feel shame with eating, why I feel shame? Oh, maybe it's about my body. Maybe it's about how I'm living life. And you start to become aware and you know where you get to muscle. So you start to break away and let go of all of these limiting feelings that keep you from truly eating to love. And then after, how do you feel after you ate your meal? Do you feel good? Do you feel empowered? Do you feel energized? Do you feel tired? Do you feel lazy? Do you feel guilty? Do you feel shame? Post-meal is really important. Again, look at your 4 bodies, your physical body. How does the physical symptoms feel within your body? Your tummy, how does your tummy? Your heart, is there any heartburn? And moderating that if there's a particular food that does not help your physical body feel good, perhaps this is not a food that is most empowering for you to eat. And there are so many foods for us to choose from. So many options. So explore. And if there is a food that does not serve you, it doesn't have to be a struggle or sufferance. It just is. It just is. There's people with allergies, people with food sensitivities and food intolerances. And it's just another way to get us to adapt and to not see life from scarcity, but still appreciate the abundance that we have. So use it as a tool to allow you to muscle, to see and have and form the lens of abundance, even when there's something that you might not be able to have. Even when you might have to eliminate because tomatoes just don't feel good in my body. Dairy isn't my favorite thing. Perhaps I can't eat gluten because I might have celiac. Whatever it might be, how can you shift the lens to not see scarcity, but still see the abundance of options that you have? Because there are still abundant of options. And if there are any limiting feelings or thoughts or beliefs or physical sensations, it's an opportunity for you to explore. So you can amplify your relationship with food, with your body, and with life. It's fascinating to me. And you can really use, there's a lot of tools that you can use about understanding foods and understanding how they impact your body. And you can go on a really strong journey. So it's not just your awareness, but you can use a lot of the tools that are available right now to help amplify and accelerate that journey. And it doesn't matter how you do it. With a food journal, if you go to a functional medicine doctor, if you go to one of these plethora of places that will look at your blood and look at the reactions to food. It doesn't matter how you do it, but just really become aware in an exciting, empowering way of what serves you. So food is amazing. Food is our fuel for life. It is a necessity to fuel our body. Our relationship with food is a proxy for our relationship with our bodies and with life. Be excited to explore any resistance that you have towards food and recognizing that it's a proxy for your relationship with your body and life. And continue jumping between all of those different lenses until you continue to empower yourself to eat, to love your body, and to live life fully and wholly from a place of love. Food, it's all about the before, the during, and the after. How do you feel before you're eating? And when I say feel, it's your physical body. Are you hungry? Are you tense? Are you your emotional body? Are you sad? Are you happy? Your mental body, I should eat, I shouldn't eat, whatever your thoughts are, your beliefs about your food and time. And you want to work towards being harmony and alignment in those four bodies that you're eating with the intention to eat. And while you're eating, enjoying the pleasures of the food and ensuring that the food that you're eating tastes good. You're a connoisseur to the food, enjoying being present with eating in your meal. And then post, how does the food feel? How does your body feel? What are your emotions? And if there is a negative aspect, resistance in any of those phases, the before, the during, and after, then it's an opportunity for you to grow, for you to become aware, for you to explore, for you to understand, and calibrate back to a place of eat to love. I hope you enjoyed this exploration. I absolutely enjoyed it and loved and grew so much from it. So I encourage you to become aware and enjoy eating and drinking. Life is meant to be enjoyed. We are meant to find the pleasures in life. And food is one of the greatest opportunities to enjoy the pleasures of life. It embodies all 5 of our senses. And when being present with food and eating intuitively and in alignment with your 4 bodies, it brings so much pleasure. Please leave a comment below. Have any questions? Let me know. Go to my website. Follow me. Follow me everywhere. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Insight Timer. Go to my website, www.mattain.me/anxiety, and download my mini course, 10 Steps to Letting Go of Anxiety. So excited to see you again next week, where we are going to be talking about bad habits. My love, always.